Okay, I'm going to do the quick method. If we factor these out, and there's a big important bit here just at the start, that this equals this. And if you don't see this as, if you see this over here, the problem itself, as just w squared plus 5 squared, you're going to get it wrong because there's the outer and the inner that you have to do. Okay, but the quick trick is this. You square the value in the front, this right here, w squared. Okay, and then you square the value in the back, 25. But there's a middle term, and the way that you get the middle term is that you multiply this 5 times w, the two terms that you have in this binomial, the w and the 5, multiply them together to get 5w, and then double it, and you get 10w plus 10w, and that's positive 25. Okay, that's all you do. You square the front, multiply the terms together, and double it for the middle term, and square the back. And I'm just going to keep doing that until you get it. Okay, so let me just erase this and write it neatly. Okay, we've got w squared plus, remember, this times this, 5w, and then double it. Essentially what you're doing is you're multiplying the coefficient by 2. Okay, and you get 10w, and then you square this term in the back. 5 times 5 is 25. Okay, so that's what we're just going to keep doing all the way through. We will first square the front term. 3s times 3s, 9s squared. We will multiply the two terms together. 3s times 9 is 27s, and then we're going to double it. 27 times 2 is 54, plus 54s. And then the last term squared is 81, plus 81. That's all. The reason that we multiply the front times the back, like this term times this term, and then double it, is because look up top here for this w plus 5 times w plus 5. When you do outer and inner, you get w times 5 and then 5 times w. Yeah? So you're going to get those two values multiplied together twice. So that's why you multiply them and double it. Okay? So we're going to do the same thing. Keep going. A, number 13. A times a squared. Excuse me, I have an alarm going. A times a is a squared. A times negative 8 is negative 8a. And when we double it, we get negative 16a. And then square the last term. Negative 8 times negative 8, always going to be positive when you square a number. Positive 64. Okay? And finally, we've got number 15. 5m times 5m, 25m squared. 5m times negative 2, negative 10m. Now we have to double it, negative 20m. And then finally, the final term, negative 2 squared. Negative 2 times negative 2 is positive 4. Okay? So these are all the answers, and they all follow this same pattern. When you're squaring a binomial, you square the first term, multiply the two terms together, and double it for the middle term, and then square the last term. So we're just going to keep doing that all the way through the rest of these problems. It seems like there's a bunch of these problems for homework, but the reason is because we're following the same steps, and they go really fast if you do that step. So let's just keep doing that, and then we'll